RCMP searching for evidence.
So it can't be a fishing expedition.
Officers visit the company at the center of a government scandal. Screen time concerns.
We noticed that those who followed the guidelines were more likely to report that they had not considered suicide in the past 12 months.
How it's connected to declining happiness among young Canadians. And up and away.
People learning how to fly under various conditions.
A high-flying club celebrates 50 years.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. For at least 48 hours, RCMP officers have been searching an Edmonton business linked to the Alberta government and its controversial health procurement practices. Tim Brooke has the details, and Tim Mounties are investigating MHCare Medical.
Yes, Ian, and that name may sound familiar to our viewers, and that is the medical equipment supplier currently under scrutiny by many here in our province for its contracts with Alberta Health Services and also for its ties to some in the Danielle Smith government. Now, here's a look at MHCare headquarters this morning. Multiple unmarked and marked police vehicles have been outside the business for at least the last 2 days. Officers have also been spotted going in and out of this building. The CEO of MHCare is Sam Maraish. He was named multiple times in a lawsuit filed by the former head of AHS. A year ago, the RCMP started an investigation looking into some allegations in that lawsuit. They tell us this is just one of multiple search warrants currently being executed. Maraish and provincial government officials have all denied any wrongdoing.
One thing you can conclude for sure is that the investigation is moving forward. In order to secure a search warrant, it has to be approved by a judge. The officers will have to have evidence that the search will produce more evidence of an already existing crime. So it can't be a fishing expedition.
Now, it's not only Mounties investigating here. Alberta's Auditor General also looking into those procurement practices. As of now, there's no ETA on their report, Ian, but we're told most of the investigating and main interviews should be done by the end of April. As our viewers may know, Premier Danielle Smith has reportedly denied any calls for a public inquiry.
Interesting development. Thank you, Tim. Police are investigating yet another pedestrian collision in our city. Just before noon, a woman was struck by a vehicle in what appears to be a crosswalk along the 3300 block of 5th Avenue Northeast. She was transported to hospital in serious but not life-threatening condition. The driver remained at the scene, and police continue to investigate. The crash is the latest in a series of pedestrian collisions so far this year, with Calgary recording an 11-year high for fatal pedestrian collisions in 2025. A 14-year-old boy is lucky he wasn't hurt after the car he was driving rolled. It happened around 6 this morning on Métis Trail in the Northeast. Police say the teen was taken to hospital as a precaution. Officers say there wasn't anyone else in the vehicle accompanying the young teenage driver. The road was shut down during the morning commute as police investigated. 2 men have been kicked out of Canada, with another 51 possibly facing the same fate as law enforcement cracks down on a major extortion operation with ties to our city. Tyson Fedor joins us from police headquarters. And Tyson, this investigation was spearheaded by Edmonton police, but the people arrested had connections to the Calgary cases.
And Ian, those 2 men, a 22-year-old and a 25-year-old man, were deported, Edmonton police saying today, because of several cases of extortion linked to that city, along with the Lower Mainland, Ontario, and right here in Calgary. The 2 men, however, cannot be named under the Canada Border Service Agency's privacy rules around immigration cases, but one is described as a ringleader who targeted the South Asian community in Edmonton. Calgary police saying today it also has identified suspects and continues to pursue charges in cases here. CPS has made 45 referrals to CBSA, with several people already being deported who are operating here in Calgary. Police and CBSA say they are focused on deportation rather than prosecution in these cases.
We know that this crime type is evolving here in Canada. We also know that these organized crime groups are highly adaptable and they are constantly evolving in their tactics. The structure of these groups is a tiered, predatory network of organized crime where the risk is local, the revenue is global, and the fallout is the erosion of the very trust that holds the Southeast Asian community together.
CBSA says it has initiated about 372 extortion incidents across the country. 70 people have been deported at this point. 70 people have been investigated at this point, and half of those have already been removed here from Canada. This continues to be a big issue, especially here in our city, and CPS says they are also looking at potential charges moving forward. Ian?
Thank you, Tyson. A man is charged with drug trafficking after officers discovered drugs in a checked bag at Calgary's airport. On Tuesday, officers say more than 15 kilograms of crystal meth were discovered during routine X-ray screening at the airport. The drugs had an estimated street value of $780,000. Police arrested a man who was about to board a flight to Vancouver. It's believed he had planned on taking the drugs with him on a connecting flight to New Zealand. 38-year-old Lloyd Te Matafa appears in court on Friday. Water demand in Calgary rose above the safe threshold yesterday, and the city is reminding everyone to be vigilant about conservation. After 2 days in the green zone, water use was 501 million litres into the risky red zone. The city says even if you don't live near the construction area on the Bears Paw feeder main, water flowing to your taps all comes from the same place. Pipe reinforcement continues on 16th Avenue Northwest near Sarcee Trail and in Point McKay Park. Valve replacement at the Shaganappi pump station will be completed this weekend, and refilling that section of the pipe will use about 5 million litres of water.
We know this hasn't been easy, especially when the weather makes us feel like it's time to start some outdoor spring cleaning. But your efforts are making a real difference in helping us to keep the water flowing to your taps.
Next week, construction will begin on the final micro-tunneling shaft for the new steel pipe along 16th Avenue. There will be additional lane closures when that work happens. So, Danielle, you know what I noticed today?
What?
Ladybugs.
Oh,
and not
yes.
just one, a couple of them. So that's a sign of spring.
I think so. And highs around 20 degrees is a sure sign of spring, which is where some communities got to today. Although outside of the city, some communities very gusty. It was way more reasonable here in Calgary. So here's a look at the winds. Just 35 kilometers per hour in the city, but south of the city, Pincher Creek over 100, Lethbridge in those mid-80s, mid-70s for Medicine Hat, and they will continue to be gusty tomorrow as well. We're going to pick up a little bit, and temperatures won't get quite as warm as what we got today. But wow, this is a fantastic day. Look at all that blue sky. We're sitting at 16 degrees. This is, 5 p.m. My goodness. Winds have been relatively calm around that 30 mark. All right, your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at Fifth Avenue Volkswagen. This morning we started off at about 9 degrees, which is a very warm start. For tomorrow, we'll start off around that freezing mark and a cooler wind out of the northeast gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour. So a bit of a cooler start tomorrow, but still getting up to 15 in the afternoon. The wind should be calm in the afternoon, and by the afternoon, the sun will peek out. All right, midnight tomorrow is the early bird prize deadline in the Foothills Hospital Home Lottery. You could win the $1.3 million Canmore condo built by Spring Creek, plus $25,000 cash. Get your tickets before midnight tomorrow at foothillshospitalhomelottery.com.
Thanks, Danielle. Serious delays for travelers heading west. Highway 1 is shut down at the Rogers Pass, and other major roads are closed due to the high risk of avalanches. Plus, the impact prolonged screen times are having on your children's mental health. Dangerous avalanche conditions continue to impact drivers through the mountains. Last week's snow, combined with this week's warm temperatures and rain, have created a very unstable snowpack. Avalanche conditions in the mountains are rated extreme right now. Highway 1 is closed between Golden and Revelstoke for avalanche control in the Rogers Pass. The road is expected to remain shut down until 8 tomorrow night. Highways 93 south to Radium and north to Jasper are also shut down and will remain closed until Saturday. So there's a lot going on in the mountains right now, but it's so amazing because here in the city, it's a lovely day.
Yeah, stay out of the backcountry for sure. With all the snow, the rain on the way, many rainfall warnings in place, especially on the BC side, for example. And then you add the wind to it, the warm temperatures. It's too much going on. Just stay away from the backcountry. Enjoy the trails that are set for you. Skywatch weather cam bouncing around a little bit. It is slightly windy in Calgary, but when you compare us to other places in the province and in the southern part of our province, it's nothing. So Brooks, 41 kilometers per hour. Calgary, 35, very reasonable. But to the south, over 100 in Pincher Creek. That was the max so far. 85 for Lethbridge and 74 for Medicine Hat. All these communities are looking at similar wind gusts for tomorrow. It will die down a little bit tonight. For example, in Pincher Creek, die down about 70 kilometers per hour, pick back up to 90 and 100 tomorrow. And same thing goes for Lethbridge and Medicine Hat. Now for us in Calgary, in the morning we'll have 40 kilometer per hour gusts and then it will quiet down in the afternoon. So this is why the wind warning is in place for that southwest corner. Crozes Pass, Pincher Creek, Fort Macleod, 100 kilometer per hour gust for the next few hours, and then it quiets down overnight a little bit, and then back up to possibly 100 tomorrow. There's a look, though, at the rainfall warnings in place, storm warnings, a lot going on the BC side, which is why it is so unstable there. And from our warm temperatures and the rain and snow that's happening in the mountains right now, best to stay away because the avalanche risk is so high. All right, look at what things have done to the temperature. So we have a ridge of high pressure in place. We also have those gusts out of the west today, and that dragged things up to 20 degrees in Brooks and Medicine Hat. Medicine Hat now down to 19 for the day. We're in those mid-teens in Calgary, high teens for Lethbridge, and high teens for Milk River as well. Drumheller in those mid-teens at 15 degrees right now. So temperatures way above normal. We have that ridge of high pressure. There's the jet stream, and that's really redirecting all that cloud cover moisture up into central Alberta, keeping things stable here. The mountains are also keeping a lot of that moisture off into the mountains. So if you live really close to the BC border, you're looking at getting that precipitation now and over these next 24 hours. But outside of that, it's quieter aside from the wind. That's going to change for the weekend, though, because the jet stream is going to slump down. That's the storm track, and it's going to drag in the clouds and the moisture into southern Alberta for Saturday. Now, we're not looking at a lot of moisture, but we are looking at trace amounts to about a centimeter of snow possible, and kicking it off with a little bit of rainfall. So there you go. There's all that moisture in the mountains tonight through tomorrow. Clouds for the morning hours for tomorrow in Calgary, and then we'll get some clearing, so the sun will peak out tomorrow afternoon. And then this is a look at Saturday. We will see some snowfall peak in, but for Calgary, for example, in most communities, we're looking at trace to a centimeter of snow. So nothing significant, but it will be a hugely different day because temperatures will also be so cold in comparison to what we've had. Tomorrow in the city, 15 degrees. Nice way to kick off the first day of spring. Gusts 40 kilometers per hour out of the northeast in the morning, then calming in the morning, and the sun peaks out in the morning. That chance of that mixed precipitation on Saturday, and check that out. By then, just a high of 2. All right, midnight tomorrow is the early bird prize deadline in the Foothills Hospital Home Lottery. You could win the $1.3 million Canmore condo built by Spring Creek plus $25,000 cash. Get your tickets before midnight tomorrow at foothillshospitalhomelottery.com.
If you feel like your teens are spending more time on their screens than ever, you're not imagining it. And a new study from Statistics Canada shows it may be taking a toll. Researchers followed a group of youth from 2019 to 2023, tracking their screen habits and mental health. They were between 12 and 17 years old when the study started, then 16 to 21 at the check-in. The result? Only 14% consistently met daily screen time guidelines of 2 to 3 hours a day, depending on age. Nearly 60% of those who stayed within the limit reported excellent or very good mental health. For those who consistently exceeded it, that number dropped to just 38%.
Among the girls and women, we noticed that those who followed the guidelines were more likely to report that they had not considered suicide in the past 12 months than the women and girls who exceeded the guidelines. On the other hand, when we looked at boys and men, we noticed that those who followed the guidelines were more likely to report getting a grade of 70% or higher in school.
Meanwhile, a new report from Oxford University says Canada has dropped down to 25th place in the World Happiness Rankings from 18th spot last year. Researchers point to heavy social media use as a key contributor to the decline in well-being. Finland ranked as the world's happiest country for the 9th year in a row. Much of our lives these days are ruled by algorithms, and sometimes they could cost you money. Just ahead, Canadians take a stand against algorithmic pricing. Uber hopes to have self-driving vehicles on the road in a couple of years. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popwich-Carmally Advisory Group. So first of all, Rob, how did the markets fare today?
Yeah, it was another tough one here, Ian, and there was a couple things going on. This is from oil prices kind of shocked everyone, and we're trading well above $100 overnight. But that kind of eased throughout the trading session here today. We had Israel stating that they were going to help the U.S. in opening that strait. So I think that, that helped markets a little bit. Oil came off a little bit mid-session here, but I think there's still a lot at play because they were hitting some, I would say, longer-term infrastructure facilities, including the LNG overnight. So I would say we got a little bit of a break here. Markets were still down. It was materials, gold, and silver that dragged the TSX down over 400 points today.
And Uber is getting involved with the electric truck company Rivian for autonomous vehicles.
This is a really good one here. So, I mean, Uber has had some failed attempts at getting their robo-taxis to launch. And this time they've gone with Rivian, who is building pretty much a purpose-built electric vehicle called the R2. And this is going to start to be produced here in the spring. But this deal is worth $1.25 billion and close to 40,000 vehicles on robo-taxis here by 2031. So there's still some years to get this through regulatory and the like. But I think this is an interesting one when we're seeing oil prices and sticker shock at the pumps here. This is an interesting one for them. 25 cities are going to start to be unveiled, including some in Canada. I did not hear which ones. Hopefully we'll see them around Calgary.
No one to talk to when you're getting an Uber ride. Rob, thanks very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
A new poll suggests most Canadians want algorithmic pricing banned or regulated. The practice adjusts prices in real time based on consumer behavior and demand. It factors in online browsing habits, time of day, and the individual who is shopping. More than half of respondents to the Abacus data poll support a ban, while roughly a third want stricter rules. Critics say the practice can lead to people paying different prices for the same product. Manitoba has already moved to limit algorithmic pricing. RCMP officers search MHCare medical headquarters in Edmonton. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Ian, the medical equipment supplier is linked to the Alberta government and its controversial health procurement practices. Its CEO, Sam Maraish, is also named multiple times in a lawsuit filed by the former head of AHS. Coming up at 6, you'll hear the Premier's response today to the police investigation. Also ahead, why one woman is speaking out about the province's decision to severely restrict access to medical assistance in dying. We'll see you at 6.
Midnight tomorrow is the early bird prize deadline in the Calgary Health Foundation's Foothills Hospital Home Lottery. And when you buy your tickets before this deadline, you're entered to win the early bird prize, which is a $1.3 million condo in Canmore built by Spring Creek. That's fully furnished, plus $25,000 cash. And I'm joined by Kayla now with Spring Creek to tell us more about this condo. Now, Kayla, you've seen so many early bird prize condos. This one's super unique.
Yes, I love it. It's a great big condo. It has 3 bedroom plus a den.
Okay.
You're right on the main floor on the first level, so you get to walk out, and the open kitchen and living room frames the Three Sisters, so it's great for hosting, very spacious.
Stunning. That's just over 1,400 square feet.
Yes.
And of course, this is in one of your newest buildings.
Yes, it's a residential building, Mountain Links Lodge. It's located more at the back of Spring Creek, so a little quieter by the creek back there, but still walking distance to all the amenities. We have fitness and wellness amenities in the building, so we have a gym as well as the hot tub outdoor.
Oh, that's great. And the location, like you said, is quiet, but it's close enough to the action where it's walking distance.
Exactly. And you have the underground heated parquet for all your mountain adventures. You can store your stuff in the locker and go ski and hike and everything.
It sounds wonderful. And of course, this is a reminder that when you buy your tickets by this early bird prize deadline, you're not just entered to win the early bird prize, but also 1,500 other prizes along with the grand prize show home where we're sitting right now. This is a beautiful home built by Bay West in the community of Harmony. That's $3.2 million worth, along with $100,000 cash. So the earlier you buy your tickets, the more chances to win. Now, for more information and to buy your tickets, you can always visit foothillshospitalhomelottery.com.
Thanks, Adriana. We'll wrap up the week on a relatively warm note. Right now in Calgary, it is mainly sunny and 16. Lots of blue sky out there. Danielle has the details just ahead. Another warm day tomorrow, but a little sloppy perhaps on Saturday.
Continue to be sloppy and warm. And this is our last day tomorrow of this kind of warmth. Just keep that in mind. So for today and yesterday, we got up to highs around 18 degrees. Currently, we're sitting at 16, which is basically what the daytime high is expected for tomorrow. And then things completely change for the weekend, as you can see. So 15 tomorrow, first day, official day of spring. So happy spring to you. A little gusty in the morning, cool breeze for sure. And then by Saturday, just a high of 2 with some mixed precipitation. So a much chillier, more wintry day coming up to kick off the weekend.
Thanks, Danielle. The Calgary Balloon Club is celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. The club was established in 1976 at a time when recreational ballooning was new in southern Alberta and the rest of the world. Today, it's a thriving sport with festivals all over the world. The club has 90 members now, but in those early days, pilots had to learn as they went until a club member wrote a manual for new flyers to follow and learn from.
We were all learning at the time because no one ever anticipated there would be, hot air balloons flying around the world, and people learning how to fly under various conditions. And fortunately, in Alberta, we have excellent weather conditions for most of the year to fly.
The Balloon Club had a modest start. Brian Wall and other members raised money for their first balloon through bake sales and by selling bonds. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.